everyone, my name is Mandy. I'm the author of the fantasy novels Essence and I Am Mercy and thriller novel She's Not Here, as well as the creator of AuthorTube Academy, and we are back in our original / newish filming location, and today we're talking about fear of failing as a writer. So about the location. So for those of you who are like slightly new, you have no idea the significance of this location. So me and Phil bought a house, we moved to the house. This became our office. I had these floating shelves, put the books on the shelves, but when I made the new covers for Essence and I Am Mercy, I started filming elsewhere until the new covers were finalized, and I also wanted to wait till She's Not Here was published. So now that I've got the new covers, I've got She's Not Here, they're all on the wall, and I'm happy. Anyways, on to today's video. We are indeed talking about fear of failure as a writer. So before I really delve into it and talk about how you can conquer your fears or just push past them, I do want to talk about some of the fears that you may have as a writer. Fear number 1, you are never going to finish writing your book. Fear number 2, you're gonna finish writing it, but you're not gonna be able to get it published. Fear number 3, you're gonna publish it, but no one's gonna read it. Fear number 4, you publish it and people do read it, but they hate it. And last but not least, fear number 5, what if you do all this, you write it, you publish it, and it's a flop anyways, and you wasted time and money and all that jazz. This is what we call worst case scenario. Sometimes when you have a fear of something, you have to ask yourself, well, what's the worst case scenario? So when it comes to writing books, what I just named would be the worst case scenarios, and you kind of have to figure out how tragic would that be to you? Like, if you did all this and you did waste time and money and all that, or you didn't make money off of the book, is it really that big of a failure? And this is also where I want to discuss success is only defined by yourself. So some authors see success as becoming a New York Times bestselling author. Now that is a level of success very few authors aren't able to achieve. I haven't achieved it, all my authorly friends haven't achieved it, and that's totally normal. Do I still want to someday be a New York Times bestselling author? Yes, of course, it's a dream come true. But I'm not gonna worry myself about it because that's not a realistic dream. What you need to do is that you have to give yourself smaller milestone markers of success. So for example, the first milestone would be finishing the book. And if you don't finish the book, is it really that big of a failure? If writing means that much to you, you will finish your book. Writing and having a career as a writer or an author is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not something you accomplish in a few months. It's something you accomplish in a lifetime. Usually if you fear something, what you think the outcome will be is actually a lot worse than what the outcome actually is. So let's take the fear of publishing a book and people hating it, for example. That's a fear every author has because a book is your baby. You pour your heart and soul into that book and you're letting complete strangers read it. Your automatic fear is that people are gonna hate it and they're gonna ridicule it. Now, it's a realistic fear, but at the same time, it's not super realistic. Every book is gonna have someone who doesn't like it, and every book is gonna have a lot more people who do like it. And you have to keep that in mind when you're shooting for your goals. You have to realize that things are gonna go wrong and people are gonna dislike your book, and then people are also gonna love your book. There are gonna be some people who hate your book, and there's gonna be the majority that love your book, and you have to keep the majority in mind. So backpedaling a little bit, if your ultimate goal is to someday be a New York Times best-selling author, you can have that as a goal, but give yourself smaller milestones to work towards first. So make the first milestone finishing your first book. And that is a success in itself. Getting an agent to represent you is a success. Getting a publishing house to sign with you is a success. All these things are successes. Publishing your own novel as a self-published author is a huge success because now you're handling everything yourself and your success is determined completely by yourself. So with that little pep talk aside, I did want to take some time to talk about some famous failures. And by famous failures, I mean authors that are now household names who received plenty of rejections before they met success. Because of course, rejection and failure is just another milestone towards success. You cannot succeed without first failing. You always have to learn lessons the hard way. So I'm just gonna tell you about some very famous authors who got a lot of rejection. J.K. Rowling was rejected 12 times for her story Harry Potter, and you can bet that all those publishers are now regretting that move very much. Stephen King wrote his first novel Carrie and it was rejected 30 times. When Stephenie Meyer first wrote Twilight, she was rejected 15 times. Those are my favorite examples because I'm a huge fan of all those authors. So imagine if J.K. Rowling gave up on rejection number 13, or Stephen King gave up on rejection number 29, or Stephenie Meyer gave up on rejection 14. If they gave up, then we wouldn't have those books, we wouldn't have those authors. Those were their debut novels, and after they finally got through all those rejections, they received many more successes afterwards. And of course, when I say those numbers, I do want you to keep in mind that the writing and publishing community was significantly smaller back then, so J.K. Rowling getting 15 rejections was actually a pretty big deal. These days it's so easy to contact publishers and agents that you get way more rejections, so the market is much more flooded, so it's much harder to find those successes. So yeah, I just wanted you guys to bear that in mind when comparing those numbers. And lastly, that brings me to the point, don't compare yourself. Just because another author saw success quicker doesn't mean you won't eventually see success as well. Anyways, that was it for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if you know of any other famous failures of famous authors who got rejected many times. Be sure to share it in the comments down below. If you would like to stay up to date with everything I'm up to in my publishing house and all that jazz, be sure to subscribe to my author newsletter. When you subscribe, you get access to my free downloads and author platform webinar. Otherwise, that is it for today's video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. Thank you all for watching.